So this is Alienware's new gaming laptop, the X14. As you might have guessed from its name, it has a 14-inch screen. As well as being more portable than the X15 or X17, the X14 still packs a good amount of power under the hood, with Intel's latest 12th gen processors, up to Nvidia's RTX 3060 graphics, and speedy DDR5 RAM clocked at 5200 MHz. That is much faster than what's currently available in most gaming laptops right now. Design-wise, the X14 looks identical to the X15 and X17. Its bottom chassis is black, while the top lid that encases the 14-inch 1080p display is clad in Alienware's Lunar Light colorway. It has a 14.5mm thick chassis that Alienware claims is the thinnest of any 14-inch gaming laptop currently available. Though importantly, it doesn't feel compromised in any way. In the short time that I got to handle the X14, its keyboard delivered a solid typing experience, much like the X15 that we reviewed before. The trackpad feels generously sized, and it has plenty of ports, including 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, an HDMI 2.1 port, a microSD card slot, and more. Alienware is by no means the first company to produce a 14-inch gaming laptop. Asus's ROG Zephyrus G14 has been one of the go-to gaming laptops for people, and companies like Acer and Razer joined the ring with 14-inch models in 2020. Alienware traditionally doesn't entertain the idea of making laptops for casual gamers, but the X14 seems to be exactly that. A solid gaming laptop for people who don't sweat the graphical details too much. The best GPU that you can get in the X14 is the mid-range RTX 3060. So in other words, it should deliver a pretty smooth experience, but don't expect it to run every game at its highest graphical settings. The X14 is one of many gaming laptops being announced at CES 2022 that supports speedy DDR5 RAM. The X14 supports up to 32GB of it, clocked at 5200 MHz. If you're interested in buying one of these laptops, you should think twice about how much memory you want, as Alienware told us that due to the X14's thin form factor, the RAM is soldered onto the board and can't be upgraded after you purchase it. That's the case for the X15 and X17 for 2022 as well, which is unfortunate but not exactly unprecedented. There's better news for the storage in the X14 though. It has a single M.2 SSD slot, allowing up to 2 TB of storage, and it can be upgraded manually after you buy it in case you need to make the swap later on. As always, we won't know how this laptop performs until we get our hands on it. Alienware has a few other exciting CES announcements, giving gamers a lot to look forward to in 2022. Starting with the most exciting one, it's launching a 34-inch curved quantum dot OLED gaming monitor with a panel sourced from Samsung, and I want this thing. Give it to me. The QD-OLED monitor has an 1800R curve. At its native 3440 by 1400 resolution, Alienware's OLED display has a 175Hz refresh rate through DisplayPort, or up to 100Hz via its HDMI 2.0 ports at the same resolution. Alienware says that Samsung's OLED panel has a quantum dot pixel layer, which gives it better color uniformity. For PCs with a recent Nvidia graphics card inside, this monitor supports G-Sync Ultimate, which in addition to making your games look smoother with adaptive sync, promises lifelike HDR and better picture quality overall than other G-Sync monitors. And in case you were curious, you can of course use this monitor with the Xbox Series X or PS5, but it's positioned more as a high-end PC gaming monitor than one that's tailor-made for consoles. The dim lighting during its CES hands-on demo made for an ideal scenario to see the perks of OLED in action. It was running a demo of Destiny 2, and the game's worlds look crisp, bright, and vibrant. I almost didn't want to keep looking because I knew it'd just make me want it more. Alienware intends to begin shipping the QD-OLED in March 2022, but sadly we don't know the price yet. But don't expect it to be cheap though. Alienware also has some conceptual plans that could turn into something really cool. Concept NYX is Alienware's vision to let you stream multiple PC games around the house to a variety of screens, all from just one machine. The pitch sounds like something out of a commercial. Imagine you're playing Cyberpunk 2077 on your PC display, but you want to move into the living room and play on a bigger TV. The idea is that you'll just be able to tap a button in the app, your game will swap displays, then you can just hog the living room TV all to yourself, or go split screen next to a buddy on the couch. But compared to services like Google Stadia or Nvidia GeForce Now, Concept NYX is based on the idea that you'll be running the games at home on a dedicated machine, then distributing the streams over Wi-Fi. And the company was actually able to pull off this demo for us successfully. Alienware says it's working on streaming up to 4 games at once, regardless of where you bought your PC game, be it Steam, Epic Game Store, or elsewhere. There's still a lot up in the air though, like internet requirements, whether Alienware intends to make its own PC hardware, when that might be, and importantly, how much it all might cost. Alienware discontinued its original graphics amplifier last year, but it's already resurrecting the idea. Alienware showed us Concept Polaris, its next external GPU enclosure coming out this winter. Unlike the previous model that used a proprietary port on older Alienware laptops, Polaris connects via Thunderbolt 4. In case you're unfamiliar with the concept of an eGPU, it'll basically boost the graphical power of your laptop, assuming it has one of those ports, and assuming you can actually get your hands on a powerful desktop GPU to put in a separate enclosure. The Polaris should technically work with any laptop that has a Thunderbolt 4 port, though you'll get more customization options when you plug it into one of Alienware's laptops, since it has the company's software pre-installed. You'll be able to change things like the color of the Polaris's LEDs, as well as control its power levels and temperature limit. Concept Polaris has a more fetching design than Alienware's previous eGPU, and it seems built to allow for excellent cooling with large honeycomb pattern intakes on its sides. This enclosure will be able to fit up to NVIDIA's big RTX 3090, and to make room for big graphics cards to fit inside while keeping such a sleek profile, it ships with 2 external power bricks instead of trying to cram a power supply inside of it. Alienware didn't have a price for Polaris, but it said it'll be coming out shortly in early 2022. Also, Alienware didn't share any performance metrics for how much it'll boost your laptop's performance. But if it's anything like previous eGPUs, it should be able to add some extra frames to your gameplay. Just don't expect it to be 1-to-1 performance with a gaming desktop though. Okay. I'm gonna get it on the first try. Okay. The best GPU that you can get in the... the best GPU that you can get in it. The best GPU that you can get in it is the mid-range RTX 3060. So, easier said than done.